Hello everyone, welcome to this session. Okay, so in this session we'll be looking into a certification called AWS Technical Essentials Certification, and even though you could see the certification parts, and there won't be a certification especially named as Technical Essential Certification available, but there is something called Cloud Practitioner, and you can either do the Technical Essential Certification and then clear the Cloud Practitioner exam, or you can also take up the Cloud Practitioner exam. So we'll be discussing about what is Technical Essentials, and also I'll show you what is the difference between this and Cloud Practitioner, because there is a huge difference. And yeah, so now let's get started. First, let's look at what we'll be learning in this session. First, I'll just give you a quick brief about what is AWS Technical Essentials Certification and why should you take up an AWS certification especially. And then we'll be looking into more about AWS Technical Essentials Certification, what services you'll have to learn, what are the like in what you will get mastered, and also we'll be looking into the difference between this and the Cloud Practitioner certification. And then also we'll be looking into how to get started with this, so how you can clear your Technical Essential certification, and by that then you can go ahead and give the Cloud Practitioner certification exam and get that certificate. Okay, so now let's start. First of all, what is AWS Technical Essential Certification? AWS Technical Essential Certification is intended to teach you the fundamentals of AWS and its most essential services such as ELB or EC2. So there are so many essential services in AWS. So the motive of the Technical Essential Certification is to teach you those skills. If you compare it with Cloud Practitioner is more of a theoretical approach, and Technical Essentials is more of an practical approach. So in this you will also learn, as well as you will do hands-ons and projects. Okay, so we've seen the basic, we'll just given a brief explanation. Now let's look at why should you take up an AWS certification when there are so many other cloud providers and there are so many other certifications. First of all, AWS powers businesses in 190 plus countries. That basically means you can get a job in most of the countries which you're maybe currently living in. So you can get a job wherever you want. And then AWS has more than 1 million active users, not just companies, also individual users. So totally they have 1 million active users right now. There are other users as well, but actively every day there are 1 million users. And then there are 170 plus cloud services right now. So AWS creates, or they bring out new services every single year. They have an event called reInvent, and they show what are the new services which are going to come this year or next year, or what are the features going to be added with the existing AWS services. So they always give you new services. They always launch new services, and you can check that out. Okay, so one more thing, AWS dominates the public cloud market. So it's been dominating it since 2006. And till now nobody has passed Amazon Web Services in the public cloud market. And also you can get jobs in any of these job portals: Indeed, LinkedIn, LinkUp, Simply Hired, there's Glassdoor. So any of these job portals, if you check out for a cloud job, you will obviously see at least at least thousands of them. So there are so many jobs, there are abundance of jobs in cloud. You will have to choose what role you're going to apply for, and then you can just search for that. And what are the major companies which use AWS? Netflix, Reddit, Salesforce, Twitch, and Pinterest. So why I'm showing you this is because it's not just you can get a job in a company which is using AWS, which is a small, let's say a startup or something. You can also get into a company which is an MNC or a very large company, like example Netflix. So Netflix completely uses AWS infrastructure for its infrastructural needs, and you can get a job in Netflix. So they use AWS for all of their purposes. For example, video streaming, they use it for storage, they use it for content delivery, they use it for analytics. So there are so many different AWS services, and Netflix mostly uses all of them. And also they at least use 100,000 servers at a single time. Okay, so we've seen this. Now also I wanted to show this because this is important. Average salary of a cloud engineer in the USA, it is $122,000 per annum, and in India it's 7.3 lakhs per annum. Okay, so these are the numbers. Okay, so this is why you should take up the AWS certification. There are so many other certifications, there are so many other certification paths, but we are not going to look into any of that. We already have done many other certification paths. We have done for solutions architect, sysops admin, we've done for cloud developer, cloud engineer, for AWS DevOps certification. So all of that is available in our YouTube channel. You can go check that out. So in this session, now let's look at what will be covered in the technical essentials certification. Okay, so what are the skills you will acquire from learning for technical essentials? So while taking up, let's say, a certification, you would obviously have to know what should you learn or what you're going to learn for that particular certification. So in technical essentials, these are the things which you'll learn: cloud computing and its uses, types of cloud, public, private, and hybrid, AWS data centers, how they work and how hypervisors are used, and then IAM, then AWS networking and VPCs, then AWS EC2, S3, load balancing and auto scaling, CloudTrail, CloudWatch, config, and RDS, DynamoDB, and also AWS key management service. So RDS is relational database service, S3 is simple storage service, EC2 is elastic compute cloud. So these are all the AWS skills you need to basically take up this particular certification. And once you take up the certification, the next step you will have to take is clear the cloud practitioner exam, which is a foundational certification in AWS. And there is also another certification called the cloud practitioner certification training itself. So you can either take the technical essentials. In this case, what you'll learn is you'll learn all of these services, as well as you'll learn, you will do hands-ons with them. But if you take the cloud practitioner one, it's more of a theoretical approach to the same things which you learn here. But obviously, cloud practitioner essentials, it leans towards the cloud practitioner exam, and most of the topics which are covered here will be available in the cloud practitioner exam paper. And this does not like totally cover all of the aspects of cloud practitioner, but this will give you more of a theoretical knowledge. It will give you all the knowledge you require. This is intended towards a person who is, let's say, non-IT, let's say marketing, but still they want to know about AWS because their company is using AWS, how they can benefit from it. So marketing or sales or whomever it may concern, it can be a technical person or a non-technical person who is trying to enter cloud. They can start off with cloud practitioner. But if you already know about cloud and you want to learn specific services, but you don't want to go into the depth right now, you just want to understand what is that and how you can start using them, then the best one is technical essentials. Because over here you can see it start off with define what AWS cloud is and basic global infrastructure, define the key services, describe basic AWS architectural principles, describe, define, identify, describe. You can see all the keywords here. It is define, describe, define, and identify. So basically it is theoretical. But if you come to technical essentials, they are directly providing you the service names, that is VPC, IAM, networking, EC2, or S3. So whatever it is. So in this case, you will learn about, let's consider VPC. So you learn what is VPC. You learn the components of VPC. For example, NAT gateways. You learn about NACLs. You learn about internet gateways, subnets, customer gateways, VPN. So you'll learn all about that. And as well as you'll also do demos on those components and the topics. Okay, so this is basically a difference between cloud practitioner and technical essentials. So cloud practitioner mostly contains theoretical subjects. So you can see over here, it also contains white papers and support tickets. So you should be able to find which documentation is for which course, or which skill. For example, EC2, you would obviously have a documentation, and how you can use AWS support to raise up support tickets to get an increase in your limit or other things. And also learning from white papers, that is how security works in AWS, how a shared responsibility model works, how blue-green deployment works. So all of this is completely theoretical. Okay, so whatever it is, even if you take cloud practitioner or technical essentials, once you complete that, you will be taking up this exam. But even if you take an online course, or even if you practice it by your own, don't stick to what is over here. Just try to learn all of it, whatever is available to you, whatever AWS services you can find, whatever service you think will be useful, study all of that. Don't stick to the curriculum which is provided. Then format, multiple choice, multiple answers. So this is the exam which we'll be taking. You can see the type is foundational. Delivery method, testing center or online proctored exam. Before there used to be only testing centers, but right now due to this lockdown, there has been an online proctored exam as well. So right now you can take this and you can clear the exam at your home. The cost is 100 USD. Practice exam is 20 USD if you want to practice it before you are taking up the actual exam. Then language, it is available in English, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean and simplified Chinese. So you can take in any of these languages you want. And the time given to complete this exam is 90 minutes. Okay, so if you can take up technical essentials or you can take up cloud practitioner, if you want to learn more practically, if you want to do more hands-ons, if you want to do some projects at the beginning of your cloud career itself. For example, if you're just starting off with cloud, if you want to go with a more practical view or a more theoretical view, choose that. If it is more theoretical, go with technical essentials. If not, go with a cloud practitioner. Okay, so once that is done, then obviously you can take up the cloud practitioner exam and clear it, or you can directly go to the next step and take a solutions architect exam, or you can take sysops admin exam or a cloud developer exam, but you cannot directly study this and go and take that exams. I'm saying that once you've completed this is, let's say it's like an optional certification, and you can directly go and take solutions architect, sysops admin or cloud developer one, and for that again you'll have to practice even more. Even though you get all the technical skills over here, for solutions architect you will still need to learn more AWS services. For administrator, again there are other services available. For developer, you should also know how to develop software. So that is the next step. Okay, so we've seen this. Now let's look into how to get started. So the first thing is there are two ways of investing in knowledge. Okay, so the first way is investing time. Second way is investing money. So if you're investing time, then you should look for free resources like blogs and YouTube tutorials. So we provide both of them. We have an Intellipaat blog which you can check out in the browser. Type in intellipaat.com/blog and you'll get all the blogs which you need. For example, AWS blogs, Azure, GCP, data science, artificial intelligence. We have complete tutorials over there. You can start off reading there, and I think it's a good place to start. And then YouTube, we have complete 10 hours, 12 hours tutorials which are available on almost every topic. For example, AWS, Azure, Python, Java, even C programming. We have 10-hour videos. You can go check that out and you can start learning from there. But even though we cover all of these services, but we do not include all the major projects in those free tutorials. We provide you the basic information about all the AWS tools, and also we provide you simple hands-ons and a project as well. You can check all that out in our Intellipaat YouTube channel. And the second way, as I told you, so this is the first way, investing time. You're putting in your time for starting off with the basics, learn cloud computing and cloud computing fundamentals, and then move on to AWS. Then you can easily learn. It will take some time, but you can learn it. The second way is investing money. So investing money in the sense you are getting a paid course which is taught by industry professionals who are already working in this profession. For example, if you take up the AWS course, your trainer will not be a trainer, but instead he'll be a working professional in the same profession you have taken the course for. For example, if you take up a solutions architect certification, solutions architect course, in that case the trainer you will be getting would be a solutions architect who is working on AWS. So same thing goes with every other industry training which we take up. For example, if you are taking a course on Python, the trainer would be a Python developer. Okay, so that's what I wanted to tell here. Now let me take you to the course and show you what you will be getting. Okay, so you'll be getting 35 hours of instructor-led training. That is 35 hours of live training in which the instructor will be taking a class and you can ask doubts on the go. Also, we'll provide you 30 hours of self-paced videos. That basically means pre-recorded videos will be available and you can check that out. We'll also provide you 70 hours of project work. That basically means after each module in each so 30 hours in the sense there would be around 10 to 11 modules. So at the end of each module, we'll have hands-ons, and also we'll provide you assignments which you'll have to create, and then we'll also have quizzes. And once that is done, at the end of the course, you'll have a capstone project which includes most of the AWS services which you have learned, so that you can better understand what exactly we learned here. Okay. So one more thing is flexible schedule. You can take up a weekday or a weekend batch. You can basically select whichever you want, and then you have a 24/7 lifetime support and access. So you can raise a ticket at 3 a.m. in the morning. If you're from a different time zone, you don't need to worry about. You can raise a ticket whenever you want. Our technical team and our support team is always available. And certification and job assistance. Once you complete the course, we'll provide you a certification. Also, once you complete the course, we will help you in resume building. We'll help you in like spreading out your resumes to multiple organizations which we are in partner with, and also we'll help you in that. So the final product would be yours, because you'll have to clear the interview. So until then, we can help you in everything. So more about this will be covered by my colleague later in the session. So right now I'm just covering the major features, and I'll let these to my colleague. They'll be able to help you in that aspect better. So I'll come to the technical part, or the course curriculum part. So you can see these are the topics which you'll be learning in this course, and why you should be learning this course. So there are 70,000 plus AWS job openings for beginners and experienced professionals according to LinkedIn in the United States. And then you can see major organizations such as Amazon, Cisco, IBM, they all need AWS professionals. As I told you, AWS provides solutions for 190 plus countries, and companies in 190 plus countries use AWS. So obviously they'll have AWS jobs. And you can basically, even if you're a non-technical person, you can apply for this particular certification. This does not have any prerequisites, and yeah, so you can see it does not have any prerequisites, because we start off from the basics. So coming down, we start off from what is cloud computing, how it works, what are the uses of it, what are the advantages of it, and what is a shared responsibility model, what are the deployment models, what are the service models. So we'll start off from the very basics of cloud itself, so that you can understand it. And once that is done, then we'll go ahead with AWS other services. For example, creating a free account, how does the AWS console look, and what is IAM. Once that is done, you can see each and every service we'll cover, and that's AWS billing, pricing, and support services. Once that is done, we have two major projects. One is setting up a Windows server in AWS. So as this is an AWS Technical Essentials training course, this is the project which you will have to do. So you don't need to do a complete project which involves an application which you'll have to upload. Then you'll have to break it down into multiple parts. So basically you can upload your application into EC2. You can set up a RDS database. You can have a storage in S3. You can set up a elastic cache between your servers and your databases. Then you can use auto scaling and load balancing for managing traffic and increasing the number of servers according to the workload. So you can do all of that, but that is covered in the other certification courses. For example, Solutions Architect, Cloud Developer, and SysOps Admin. So because those are the next level, so this is the foundational course, and these are the two projects which we'll be learning. One is setting up a Windows server in AWS. So you can launch a Windows server, and we'll deploy an application inside the Windows server, and we'll be exploring other VPC options. And next is navigation through AWS Management Console. You'll navigate to various activities in the AWS Management Console with AWS CloudWatch as being a part of a company's monitoring team. So you can launch this Windows server, and you can use CloudWatch to monitor this Windows server. So this is a monitoring project. This is a simple Windows server launching project. And yeah, so you'll be getting this certification once you complete your training, and once you complete your projects and all the assignments you get. Okay, so more about this will come right now. So my colleague will be talking more about all the other concepts which involve the course, which involve the other parts, the career part, the certification path. So if you want to know more about the certification path in AWS or any other cloud services. If you want to know more about if you want to get career guidance, again, please ask your questions. Once I end the session, you can ask those questions to my colleague, and he'll be joining in 10 to 15 seconds. So thank you. Meet you in the next session.